Let's do this. Number 10. Genesect. What in the world is this thing? Genesect looks like it's suffering from scoliosis, with its altered back, and its small dilated pupils make it look like it has a jaundice infection. If anyone is curious, I learned what jaundice was actually thanks by part to playing the Trauma Center games. In all honesty, in 2015, I rarely if ever play video games anymore, despite the fact that half of the material it is that I upload to YouTube pertains to Pokemon. At the end of the day, Genesect is a Mewtwo tryhard that fails at being the prime legendary of its generation. It's not rated any higher on this list because I'm not really all that familiar with the Pokemon from the 5th generation.
Who's that Pokémon? It's Mewtwo!
Mewtwo.
Number 9. Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. These are easily the worst set of legendaries in the entire series. How original for Game Freak to give the last names to each of these Pokemon named after their respective types. Get it? Registeel, Regice. How riveting. No eyes, no personality.
It doesn't even have a face! How can you tell?
Thank you, Ash. You might as well have a frickin' couch cushion as a Pokemon for crying out loud.
Number 8.
Usually in every single Pokemon generation, there is a gimmick Pokemon, whose sole purpose is for the Pokemon enthusiast to catch, and has little to offer as far as using them in combat. In Gen 3, we got that in the form of Castform. Castform's little shtick was that its appearance would change based on the various climate conditions in the Hoenn region. Unfortunately, the weather conditions hardly changed that much in the overall in-game storyline. Unlike other gimmick Pokemon like Ditto, which is at least resourceful for helping you make babies at the daycare, or unknown for providing to be as a decent asset in Super Smash Bros. Melee, I can't think of one redeemable attribute about Castform. It's sorta cute, though.
Why is Gardevoir moaning? Is it getting hurt? Your Pokemon are weird. What are they doing?
Well...
Did Lucario just put his
I'd better bring them home now.
Number 7.
This has got to be one of the most boring Pokemon I've seen in the entire franchise. It's basically just a generic bug flying type, not like there's a bunch of them already in the series, shoehorned into Gen 4 as if it's the Butterfree of its generation, and it does little that I even care else to spend any more of my time in this video we're discussing about Mothim.
Number 6.
I was never fond of these 2 second-rate Pikachu has-beens. Fun fact, Plusle and Minun were intended to be playable characters in Super Smash Bros. Bros. As part of the Forbidden 7 with Toon Zelda, Toon Sheik, Dr. Mario, Roy, Dixie Khan, Mewtwo, and themselves. Remember when Super Smash Bros. Bros. Was intended to be a launch title for the Nintendo Revolution? Yeah, that so didn't happen. I remember way back when on IGN.com back in 2005, people speculated who could be a playable character in the new installment of the series at the time. And it was thought that it could be either Deoxys or Blaziken from Gen 3 to fill in that slot. I don't think anyone gave Plusle Mine a contendership for that. These two are terrible. Plusle isn't exactly the golden ticket I was hoping I would be getting with helping the mayor out in Pokemon Coliseum. Mediocre stats, and the little gimmick Plusle Mine had is learning the Helping Hand technique.
Helping Hand!
Which is really only resourceful in double battles, and there was only a handful of them in Ruby and Sapphire. Granted, Emerald fixed this problem, but the point still stands.
Number 5.
Ugly.
Ew! Ew! And double ew!
Number 4.
A Weedle!
Yes, Weedle. This tumultuous creature was known for its devastating poison sting attack, and I didn't like having to backtrack through the Viridian Forest just to heal my Pokemon all the way back to Viridian City. Poison is the only status afflictment that affects a Pokemon after a battle. I mean, who would dare poison the beloved Pikachu? Weedle also wins the dubious distinction for being the first Pokemon Ash failed to catch in the TV show. So much for trying to catch them all, huh?
Number 3.
There's numerous, and I mean numerous, baby Pokemon in the entire series. But at least Cleffa and Igglybuff were in that pretty nifty minigame back at Pokemon Stadium 2. I think everyone hates Pichu, and I certainly do. It's a useless piece of crap in Melee, and I didn't like having to watch 10 episodes of the Pichu Brothers series and Pokemon Channel, which was, in fact, half of the game, I may add. Pichu eventually got shafted after Melee, and it's more than likely that Pichu will never be playable again in the series. Why couldn't it have been Lugia in Pichu's position? It also baffles me why Pikachu expressed a smiling reaction to Wario's fart bomb in the original E3 trailer for Brawl.
Number 2.
Goldeen. Goldeen is stupid.
You are stupid. You are stupid. You are stupid. And don't forget, you are stupid.
Number 1.
Snubble. My next door neighbor I lived next door to for 10 years was a drug dealer that had a pit bull that would poop on the front yard every day. I had moved only once in my lifetime in July of 2002, and I've been living in the same house ever since. I couldn't walk home to school. I didn't like going outside of the front yard because it was so unsafe, and so on and so forth. Times like this are why I'm happy it's not 1999 anymore.
Are we there yet?
Your turn.
No, not yet, Marcella.
Oh, it's taking too long.
What's your hurry? They're dumping us for a whole week.
And with that, I crown Snubble as the worst Pokemon of all time in my own opinion.
So, there you have it.
Thank you for watching the video, ladies and gentlemen. This is Preston Ward Condra signing off for now. Bye!